What is the Medicare Donut Hole? How it affects you in 2025? Hello and welcome. If you're on Medicare or helping a loved one who is, you've likely heard the term Medicare Donut Hole thrown around. But what is it really? Is it a myth or something you should genuinely be concerned about in 2025? Let me assure you, it's very real, and for millions of Americans on Medicare Part D, it could mean unexpected and significant out-of-pocket prescription costs, especially if you rely on multiple or high-cost medications. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly what the donut hole is, why it exists, and more importantly, how to prepare so you're not caught off guard. As someone who's spent decades helping seniors and their families navigate Medicare with confidence, I know how overwhelming this topic can feel. But don't worry, you're in the right place. I'm here to simplify it for you. And don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we'll dive into when exactly the donut hole starts and what the 2025 numbers mean for your wallet. You won't want to miss it. 1. What is the Medicare Donut Hole? Let's begin with the basics. The Medicare Donut Hole, officially called the coverage gap, is the third phase of your Medicare Part D drug coverage. It's a stage where many beneficiaries suddenly see a spike in their out-of-pocket prescription costs. Why is it called the donut hole? Because it feels like a gap between the initial coverage and the protection you get later on. Many people fall into this phase without realizing it, and it can lead to unexpected financial strain if you're not prepared. Stick around because in the next section, I'll walk you through exactly when this phase begins in 2025. And why those numbers matter more than ever. When does it start in 2025? In 2025, you'll enter the donut hole once your total drug spending, that includes what you pay and what your Part D plan pays, reaches $5,030. This threshold can sneak up on you, especially if you take multiple prescriptions or any specialty medications. Once you hit that amount, you're officially in the donut hole and your cost sharing changes dramatically. But don't leave yet. Coming up next, I'll show you exactly what you'll pay while in this phase, and why knowing this in advance could save you a lot of stress and money. 3. Your costs during the donut hole. Now let's talk dollars and cents. While you're in the donut hole, you'll pay 25% of the cost for both brand name and generic drugs. Yes, this is actually a significant improvement compared to how things were a decade ago. But for many seniors, especially those on fixed incomes, 25% of a high-cost drug can still feel like a punch to the wallet. That's why understanding when you'll enter this phase and how it affects your drug costs is so critical to your Medicare planning each year. Don't go anywhere. Next, I'll explain how you get out of the donut hole and into the more protective catastrophic coverage phase. 4. How to get out of the donut hole. Good news. The donut hole isn't forever. In 2025, you'll exit this costly phase and enter catastrophic coverage once your out-of-pocket spending hits $8,000. That includes what you pay directly, plus some manufacturer discounts. Once you reach this level, your medication costs drop dramatically, and that's where the true financial relief kicks in. But reaching this threshold means you've likely spent a significant amount already. So planning ahead can make a huge difference in how you manage your drug expenses throughout the year. Up next, I'll be sharing some smart, actionable tips to help you minimize your Part D costs and avoid falling too deep into the donut hole in the first place. Stay with me. 5. How the donut hole affects seniors the most? Let's talk about who's really impacted by the donut hole and why it matters. In my experience, it's often our middle-income seniors who feel the biggest pinch. These are individuals who don't qualify for low-income subsidies, but still live on modest fixed incomes. When faced with high-cost prescriptions, especially brand-name medications, the jump in cost when entering the donut hole can feel overwhelming. It's not just about dollars, it's about choices. Too often I see people skip doses or delay treatment because of cost. That's not just risky, it's avoidable with the right plan and preparation. Coming up, I'll share what's changing in 2025 because there's some good news ahead that could bring real financial relief. Don't go anywhere. 6. What's new in 2025? 2025 is a turning point for Medicare Part D, and seniors should take note. Here are some of the biggest updates that could ease the burden. A $2,000 annual cap on out-of-pocket drug spending under Part D. That's a major win for seniors, expected to go into effect in 2025. It will limit the financial exposure, especially for those who use multiple medications year-round. Expanded insulin savings programs, helping those with diabetes manage their costs more predictably. Vaccines at no cost, making preventive care even more accessible. More Part D plans offering $0 deductibles for Tier 1 and Tier 2 generic drugs. This means many everyday medications may be more affordable from day one. Next, I'll walk you through how to make the most of these updates and share some real-world ways to save during the donut hole. Stay with me. 7. Ways to save money during the donut hole. There are ways to reduce your out-of-pocket burden, and I've helped countless clients do just that. Here's how you can too. Use the Medicare Plan Finder each year during Open Enrollment. Plans change annually. Premiums, formularies, even pharmacy networks. Choose plans that include preferred pharmacy networks. These pharmacies often offer lower copays and better drug pricing. Ask your doctor about switching to generic medications or therapeutic alternatives. Sometimes a small change in prescription makes a big difference in your cost. Apply for extra help, also known as the Low-Income Subsidy, LIS. If you qualify, it can drastically reduce your premiums, deductibles, and copays, even eliminate the donut hole altogether. Don't click away yet. In the next section, I'll cover some common mistakes that could cost you big, and they're easier to avoid than you might think. 8. Mistakes to avoid. Even the most well-informed seniors can fall into these traps. Let's help you steer clear. Auto-renewing your plan without comparing new options. Just because a plan worked last year doesn't mean it's still your best choice this year. Ignoring changes to your plan's formulary or premium. Many plans adjust which drugs are covered or how much they cost every year. Overlooking pharmacy networks. Using an out-of-network pharmacy, or even just one not preferred by your plan, can quietly raise your drug costs. These are avoidable mistakes, but only if you review your coverage annually and seek guidance when needed. And finally, let's talk about who really needs to keep a close eye on their Part D plan. Stay tuned. This may apply to you or someone you love. 9. Who should pay extra attention? If you're someone who regularly takes brand-name drugs, this message is especially for you. Or maybe you fall into the middle-income bracket, not quite eligible for financial assistance, but not wealthy enough to absorb thousands in drug costs every year. This group is most vulnerable to the donut hole's financial pressure. And if your prescriptions have changed recently, or will in the near future, it's even more important to review your coverage and plan for the year ahead. Final tips. If there's one takeaway, I hope you remember, it's this. The Medicare Donut Hole doesn't have to catch you off guard. Yes, it can be a costly and confusing phase, but with the right information and a yearly review of your Part D plan, you can avoid unnecessary surprises and even save hundreds or thousands on your prescription medications. Take advantage of tools like the Medicare Plan Finder, speak with a licensed advisor if you're unsure, and never assume your current plan is still your best option. Being proactive is the smartest step you can take to protect both your health and your wallet. If this video helped clarify your options, please hit like, share, and subscribe. You might just help someone else avoid unnecessary costs in 2025. Let's age wisely together.